Good morning, everyone. So I did go and check out about how did Persia suddenly become monoistic. Monoism is one God, only one God. And there was a guy, his name was Zoroaster. It said, he has another, this is in Greek. And he came up with this way of which turned later on into Islam, but it was very much from what I've read on what their principles are, this that. It's like, oh, very much operates just to make a long story shorter on the golden rule. Okay, I thought, oh, that's interesting. And he was considered a prophet there, and I guess guided the king Cyrus in particular at that time. Yeah, this is kind of what we should be doing. Okay. Isn't that interesting? There's other stuff too, supposedly. And again, the consensus isn't there for that. But was it Abraham who was the first to go in the to do the monoism kind of thing? Well, supposedly it was a pharaoh, an Egyptian pharaoh. And it was not based on God as we know it, but rather on the how to say it did have to do with the sun, right? Yes, we know the sun god Ra, but it was based on just one creator of it all, this nat, and not all this other stuff around anymore. And that guy's name was Ake something, Akedon, Aketon. Yeah, okay. I could have written it all down, but really all I wanted to know is, so how did this Persian king suddenly was guided, when it comes down to it, under God, and let the Israelites go return to where they came from and actually believed in the just one God. So there was another prophet, a prophet of theirs, who very much somehow was in tune with what? Okay. So is it just the Israelites? Is it according to the Bible on how? Right? Is it just that? I don't think so. It kind of proves that God worked all over the world. He's just looking for someone. Says, look, I'm it. Can you let the people know I'm it? Right? I'm the creator. I'm the artist of this, all of the work of the world, creating everything. Can you let them know? Can you let them know what the ideal is and how people are supposed to live together? Because that's very much a part of that, the teachings of that Zoroaster. That's name, Zorro. I wonder if the name's Zorro. The defender of good. Oh, and it is. It's the kind of the guidance that the Zoroasters, which are dwindling more and more, which is kind of sad in a way, uh, are very much at the fight between good and evil. Yes, yes, interesting. Restoration process, even there. Okay, interesting to me. Right? All I can say is people should go and read up on that stuff, because again, I find that why isn't it possible? When it took me about 30 minutes that I went through this, and I'm realizing, oh, well, that's interesting. God's not just been working amongst the Israelites, he's been working in other places as well. Finding people who were willing to truly just follow his guidance, even if, but even with this Egyptian pharaoh that started just to believe in this one God. That was it. The God, the creator. It's that pharaoh seemed to be very clear about what he believed in. And he even destroyed all the idols and any kind of other, and just followed that guidance. And then as soon as he passed away, that was that. One generation didn't do it, and the people fell right back into the Ra, okay, the god of Ra, and then all this other stuff, and it was abandoned again. Right? Yes, kind of like with Israel. So one could go and read up on Egyptian history and go, the rise and fall continuously of these pharaohs, this and that, right? But there is one. Okay, then here's Cyrus in Persia. And I thought to myself, so as Christians, yes, different denominations, all, I don't know what, we believe in this. Catholic Church, that's what we go by. Yes? And there is so much good information, so much good guidance to be had from other places where God also was made very much present in people's lives around the world. That are, as I said, the Zoroaster, his ism, whatever, ended up becoming Islam. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Wait a minute. That started with what? Islam started with what? Islam has a lot of similarities to the Bible, I can tell you that, especially when it comes to violence as well, right? There are people out there that say, well, but Islam, it says this and that, and that's just wrong, and terrorism kind of has sprung from that. It has. Well, you think it's not in here as well? I think we've read enough in the last 4 books to know that it is there. Anyway, and I thought to myself, after reading all this stuff, that is so interesting. I thought, how can the people, mankind, humanity, mankind all around the world truly find peace together, work together? We have to have a book where everything's in it. Not just what we want for our religion. Yes? Just saying. Someday, someone will. It's not going to be me. But I recognize and the thing is, I recognize the foundations all around the world that God has made, our Heavenly Parent has made through other people, besides just the amazing creation that we live with or ourselves. But been made by other people, by a few people out there who truly listen to the heart of God, God's ideal. And that's another thing I found interesting with the Zoroaster, is that he talks about the ideal of living together. Wow. I'm just saying, never heard of Zoroaster until I went to check out on how the Persian king Cyrus came to the conclusion that he needed to let the Israelites return and give them back everything, plus everything for the temple. Isn't that interesting? Yes. Anyway, okay, just saying. All right, let's continue. Which now I'm thinking, guys, I'm going to have to be about 120 years old or something. Now I'm thinking I need to read the Islam, the Torah after, not the Torah, the Quran after that. Then I need to read the Tai Ching. I have all the books. I need to read the. I think I have just about. If I don't have it, it'll come my way. Every book that other religions, per se, under the guidance of, it seems like to me, prophets have been established then done what with it? Then the people did what with it? Listen, I need to read every one of them. Then we're going to get the whole picture of the creation and that heavenly parent's heart. It's not possible any other way. Yes? We're not going to be able to branch out. Which brings me to something when it comes to the ideal. The ideal on what we're supposed to be doing here on earth altogether. Yes? What was... I tried to explain yesterday to someone. Sissy and I were sitting out on the porch for a long time talking about things. And we came across a person that has been struggling, okay, and with some things. And I came to the realization, or not just the realization, but I thought of the mind of that person that's really struggling right now. And on how, as a child, that mind, that in what I saw in that child was, it was like this big old sun. The mind was like a sun with all these rays going everywhere, okay? But they all came from this one center point, the mind. But it went into many, many different directions. Very organized in a way. As a child, I could see that. When that person was a child, I could see that. But it was considered something that was hindering the person as a child to fit into the box, right? That what? Oh, so many others have designed for children now. Or always, in a way. And that child did not fit into that box. And was considered how do you say, unorganized, hyper, okay, all that stuff, okay? But that's not what I saw. When we were sitting down there last night talking just about, and of course for me it's always, what do I send out in the best way to help someone like that? Because there's a person very close to us. And the one thing I realized, I have to go to the origin of who that person is. And that person was like the sun with rays. The mind of that person was like the sun with rays going always from the center, but in many different directions. Beautifully organized, always would come back to the center. I saw that in that child. And then the child was subdued. That beautiful way of being in that child was subdued by adults who didn't know what to do with the fabulous way that child was. Just saying. And I feel that when I find things, that person, how did he, what was the influence there, or guidance rather? And again, religion isn't just something you stick into a book and then that is that. This is absolutely incomplete. Even with the divine principle, the Old Testament, New Testament, completed Testament, it's incomplete. We're putting again God's, our heavenly parents' creation. We're trying to fit it into a box and limit the rays that have a center, a specific center, which of course is what? And is reaching out everywhere. Are you getting my drift? Am I being kind of understood here? Ezra, where are you taking me? But there's some stuff coming up, no doubt, not going to like about Ezra here. I already figured that out. But anyway. I'm going to put Ezra in a box. All right. No. All right, let's keep going. I said I was so 30 minutes, it's almost as if, gosh, am I ever done discovering, right? The ways of our heavenly parent. Just amazing. It's just the never-ending story of being an explorer in a world of what? Our world, the spirit world, constant, the universe, the cosmos, the mind, the heart. It's a beautiful, absolute, to me, I'm just amazed on how this just happens again and again and again. Yes. Because the thing is, what I find is that where one has said, but where is there a solution to this? Where is there a solution to truly fight evil in the right way? Or rather, restore evil? What does that mean? Well, again, if you infuse evil with enough good, eventually what's left? Right? Yes. Where to eliminate the desire of people to do evil. Yes. Yeah. And it's just, well, do we have the tools to do so? Really, without violence, without putting someone down, because that would be the best for everyone around. Yes? And yes, it can be done. When one starts to realize and how truly connected history is with everyone when it comes to, again, don't eliminate God out of anything. It's because it's just there. Things do not make sense without including God, our heavenly parent, everywhere. But if we do that, recognize that all around the world, even in history way back, who was the actual first monotheist? They say it was Abraham. And people said, well, what about Adam and Eve and Noah? Noah's sons. Seth. All right. Well, was it a pharaoh? Just saying. Okay. What else have we missed? So what? They can be superior over others? Just saying. All right. Let's get going now. The book of Ezra 2. List of the first exiles to return. And of course, it's very, very important who all those people were by name. And we're going to go through a big, old, long section of that. Yes. These were the people of the province who returned from the captivity of the exile. Those whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had deported to Babylon, and who returned to Jerusalem and Judah, each to his own town. They were the ones who arrived with Zerubbabel, Yeshua, Nehemiah, Sariah. Gotta clear my throat. I'm going to be reading a mouthful here. Reliah, Nahamani, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigwai, Rehum, and Baanah. The number of the men of the people of the country of Israel. What? This was Jerusalem, Judah. Now it's the country of Israel. The number of people of countries. Sons of Parash, 2,172. Sons of Shephatiah, 372. Sons of Ara, 775. Sons of Pahat Moab, that is to say, the sons of Yeshua and Joab, 2,812. Sons of Elam, 1,254. Sons of Satu, 945. Sons of Sakai, 760. Sons of Bani, 642. Sons of Bebai, 623. Sons of Azgad, 1,222. Sons of Adonikam, 666. Sons of Bigvai, 2,056. Sons of Adin, 454. Sons of Ater, that is to say of Hezekiah, 98. Oh, that's interesting. Sons of Bezai, 323. Sons of Yorah, 112. Are you guys getting something here? Where are the hundreds of thousands of people? If this makes up 20,000, I'd be surprised by the end here, but maybe 30,000. Dear Lord, what happened to the, even in Judah? How did they get so depleted? Oh, gosh, it's hurting my heart for some reason. This tells us of a very, very, very sad circumstances. My gosh, I feel as if this whole second part in Ezra is just loaded with tears. Whew. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, gosh, I wonder if I can make it to the end. This is affecting me physically very, very much. Okay. Guys, back up a little. Interesting what I said. There's way more. There's so much more out there. We're not being told. So much more we're not taking under consideration just because it's not in here. Yes? I find this is, it's almost as if people just read this, go, oh yeah, look, this is how whoever, but I feel so much more coming from this little part in the Bible here right now. Okay, all right, let's get going. I have to take a moment here. Okay, sons of Bezai, 323. Sons of Yorah, 112. Sons of Hashum, 223. Sons of Gibar, 95. Sons of Bethlehem, 123. Men of Netophah, 56. Men of Anatot, 128. Sons of Asmavet, 42. Sons of Kiriath Yearim, God, come on. Chephirah and Birat, 743. Sons of Ramah and Gebal, 621. Men of Michmas, 122. Men of Bethel and Ai. Thanks for that. A little something chuckle over. Ai and Ai. Ai. 223. Sons of Nebo, 52. Of Machbish, 156. Sons of the other Elam, 1,254. Sons of Harim, 320. Sons of Lod, Hadid, and Ono, 725. Sons of Jericho, 345. Sons of Senah, 3,630. The priests, sons of Jediah of the house of Yeshua, 973. Sons of Immer, 1,052. Sons of Pashur, 1,247. Sons of Harim, 1,017. Oh, interesting. The priests returned with a lot. The Levites, sons of Yeshua and Kadmiel, of the line of Hodaviah, 74. The singers, sons of Asaph, 128. The sons of the gatekeepers, sons of Shallum, sons of Ater, sons of Talmon, sons of Akub, sons of Hatita, sons of Shabai, in all 139. The temple slaves, sons of Zihah, sons of Hasufa, sons of Tabaot, sons of Kera, sons of Siyaha, sons of Padan, sons of Lebanah, sons of Hagabah, sons of Akub, again, sons of Hagab, again, sons of Shamlai, sons of Hanan, sons of Gidel, sons of Gahar, sons of Reaiah, sons of Rezin, sons of Nekodah, sons of Gazam, sons of Uzzah, sons of Paseah, sons of Bezai, sons of Asnah, sons of the Meunites, sons of the Nephisites, sons of Bakbuk, sons of Hakupha, sons of Harhur, sons of Baslut, sons of Mehida, sons of Harsha, sons of Barkas, sons of Sisera, sons of Temah, sons of Sesiah, sons of Hatifa. How many? It doesn't say. Status of slaves. The sons of Solomon's slaves. The sons of Solomon's slaves. What? Sons of Sotai, sons of Hasapheret, sons of Peruda, sons of Yalah, sons of Darkon, sons of Gedel, sons of Shephatiah, sons of Hatil, sons of Pacharet HaSebaim, sons of Ami. The total of the temple slaves and the total of the temple slaves and the sons of Solomon's slaves, 392. That was it. They were slaves of slaves. They're in Babylon. This is weird. How does this put in here? The following who came from Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Adon, and Immer could not prove that their families and ancestry were from Israelite origin. Huh? The sons of Deliah, the sons of Tobiah, the sons of Nekoda, 652. What? Oh, this is Ezra, giving me more stuff to go look up. What am I going to find? And among the sons of the priests, the sons of Habaiah, the sons of Hakaz, the sons of Barzillai, who had married one of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, whose name he adopted. These had looked for their entries in the official genealogies, but were not to be found there, and were hence disqualified from the priesthood. Consequently, His Excellency forbade them to eat any of the consecrated food until a priest appeared who could consult Urim and Thummim. Now, we read about that. The whole assembly numbered 42,360 people, not counting their male and female slaves, to the number of 7,337. They also had 200 male and female singers. Their horses numbered 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, and their donkeys 6,720. When they arrived at the temple of Yahweh in Jerusalem, a certain number of heads of families made voluntary offerings for the temple of God, for its rebuilding on its site. In accordance with their means, they gave 61,000 gold drachmas, 5,000 silver minas, and 100 priestly robes to the sacred treasury. How did they have all this stuff? I know that that Cyrus must have been really generous, or, huh? The priests, the Levites, and some of the people settled in Jerusalem. The singers, the gatekeepers, and the temple slaves in their appropriate towns, and all the other Israelites in their own towns. Okay. That's it. That's number 2. Oh, oh, it was right there. Come on. Did I already? Oh, there you are. All right. There. Interesting with what I started out with, and then we'll read through this. There's one thing. Wow. If you've experienced through several generations, of course, I get that, slavery twice, would you own your own slaves? Unless being a slave wasn't so bad. Just wondering. The immediate caste system, right, in a way, that's established again is well, of course you have to know who the priests are and Levites and because that's worked out so well before, right? Yes. Is it really because of on how God divided up the chores for each tribe, this, that, right? Or is it again? All right. How you're going to get more? What makes you more elevated rather than, oh no, I was a job assigned. Right? I'm going to do the best job at it. It doesn't have anything to do with, right, being better than somebody else. I find it interesting on how the slaves are given so much time in here just to make sure of what. It's weird. It's very odd to me. And then the ones that, oh, but they're not registered. Well, you were just in Babylon. I don't know. Maybe I need to go and find out how they were treated as slaves. But I would say that probably one or the other could slip through the cracks, not being mentioned anywhere, right? Yes, I don't know. I forgot to write it down. It seems to me the Israelites are really, really well versed in forgetting things, right, that are important. I'm just saying. So anyway, interesting little passage, but even more interesting is the anguish that I felt through this little part here. And it didn't come from the people that wrote this down, I can tell you that right now. Anywho, so there it is. Hey, where'd I go with my little, what was that to now? Gosh, there it is. Okay, well, it's good to be back in my Bible. I guess Ezra, there's a reason why it's just 10 sections, 10 little chapters, because it seems that I got to go and study up some here. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. Yes? Yeah, gosh, how does one go and find all this stuff. Well, first of all, I don't do this on my own. I'm very well guided by. If I don't find anything, then it just means that I just got a little too emotional over something that I feel very strongly about. I will never accept, never understand, never make excuses for it. It's always going to be an absolutely evil thing. Getting under the skin of evil with good, slavery of any kind is an absolutely horrific thing to do and accept. And every nation in this world carries that disdain, that stain on their shoulders. An invisible tattoo that, no doubt in my mind, I'd say you'd be hard pressed to find a person in this world that doesn't carry that stain. How to 100% restore that? The realization just has to be there. Did I ever own any slaves? Of course not. My family? No. Oh, any? I don't know. I think that maybe one goes far enough back. Okay, if you know the history of Switzerland, the citizens of Switzerland were slaves at one point as well, under the yoke, okay, and not free. So, oh, yes, the Israelites are free. The Persian King Cyrus sent them home with all them goodies, this and that. They're going to rebuild the temple again. Yes, and they brought all their slaves with them. Good. Okay, wonderful. Are you hearing me? Oh my gosh, I could say so much more to this. I don't even. Oh, anyway. Yeah. I'm a bit lost for words right now. There are so many that I want to say, but I'm a little lost for where to start. This, not. I'm going to have to. Wow, this book is affecting me a little bit more. I mean, the book of Ezra, just realizing, wow, I thought, oh, great, we're past the Chronicles and the Kings. Here, we're in a book now that, yeah, interesting. We'll see what else happens. Got to go do a little reading and studying now. First, I got to go to the barn. Yes? Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Yep, I'm a little baffled. I don't know what to say right now. I'm baffled. Just a little lost. I am a little bit lost. It happens to me too. Mainly because how am I supposed to react right now? Right? Yes? Just, yeah. Yeah. I haven't had one of those moments in a long time. Maybe because to show as well again that if we're not willing to pull our resources together, kind of, yes, when it comes to all them, obviously, some amazing Zoroaster, some people may think, well, no, that's really bad. This is just but sounds to me like he was a true prophet too. Okay? And if we're not willing to pull all the resources together and realize on how connected we actually are through people as well, and the creation, of course, ourselves as well, under one God, then we're probably never ever going to really figure things out. Just find that absolute harmony, unity, peace as people to live together. And of course, again, when one says that, then immediately people think, well, that's not possible because, yes, if you truly love, then there is also going to be sorrow. Kind of goes hand in hand. That's not bad. It's not evil. That's just how things work together. Yes? Until one realizes that, well, it could be worse. Okay, right. I'm going with that now again. That's always about death, right? Yeah. Guys, I don't know what else you want me to say. We should just finish this up. Oh. I think no matter who we are in the world, where do you come from in the world, everyone needs to curb their arrogance. That would be a good start too. I said it. Everyone needs to curb their arrogance. Yes? All right. That's it. Done. This was a weird one. I think this was a really weird one. Okay. May Heavenly Parent bless you and protect you, brace you with love, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.